Hello students! Today, we'll be discussing the 5 fundamental arm and feet positions. So in this topic, we'll be identifying the 5 fundamental arm and feet positions, and later on, we will be performing the 5 fundamental arm and feet positions. So these 5 fundamental arm and feet positions are important since these positions are the basic or fundamental. These fundamental positions are being used in different dance styles or genres. To mention, we have folk dances, ballet, contemporary jazz, and etc. Before we'll start, let's observe proper posture. Stand straight, arch your back, chest up, don't slouch and relax. Don't feel tense. So we'll start first with the 5 fundamental positions of the arms. Let's have the first position. First position. Raise your arms, forming an oblique circle in front of the navel. Your navel is just on your abdomen. Make sure that your elbows are not straightened. Your palms must face on your navel and do not scatter your fingers. Make it intact. Let's have the second position. From the first position, open your arms sideward, raised on shoulder level, with a graceful curve. Maintain the closeness of your fingers, do not scatter them. Let's have the third position. From the second position, raise your one arm upward overhead while the other arm remains in the second position. So if you raise your left arm upward, remain your right arm on the second position. Or in vice versa, if you raise your right arm upward, remain your left arm on the second position, like on the picture that you have seen. Let's have the fourth position. From the third position, remain your arm upward while the other arm is raised in front of the navel, like of the first position, forming a half circle. So if you raise your left arm upward, bring your right arm in front of the navel, forming a half circle, like of the first position. Or in vice versa, if you raise your right arm upward, bring your left arm in front of the navel, forming a half circle, like of the first position. So as you can see in the picture. Make sure that your elbow is not straightened, palm facing the navel, fingers are intact with each other. And let's have the last position of the arm. From the fourth position, raise the other arm that was brought in front of the navel upward, forming a graceful curve, meaning your both arms now are raised upward obliquely. Don't straighten your elbows, and your palms must face with each other. Also, don't scatter your fingers. Make sure that they are intact. So let's have the 5 fundamental positions of the feet. Let's have first the first position of the foot. Bring your both heels close to touch and your toes should be apart, forming a letter V, just like as what we have seen on the picture. Let's have the second position. From the first position, move one foot 12 inches away from the other foot sideward. You could move either left foot or right foot. Let's have the third position. From the second position, bring the heel of the foot that was moved sideward to the instep of the other foot. So if you have moved your right foot sideward, bring the heel of it to the instep of the left foot, just what you have seen in the picture. Or in vice versa, if you have moved your left foot sideward, Bring the heel of it to the instep of the right foot. Let's have the fourth position. From the third position, bring the foot that was moved in the instep of the other foot in front of the other foot in a 45-degree angle, forming a walk strike, meaning the toes are stepped in, your heel is raised. So, if you have moved your right foot to the instep of the left foot, bring your right foot in front of the left foot in a 45-degree angle, forming a walk strike. Your toes are stepped in, your heel is raised. Or in vice versa, if you have moved your left foot to the instep of the right foot, bring your left foot in front of the right foot in a 45-degree angle, forming a walk strike. Your toes are stepped in, your heel is raised. And let's have the last position. From the fourth position, just step your heel closer of the toes of the other foot to touch the top of the other. So if we have stepped your right foot in front of the left foot, just step your heel closer of the toes of your left foot. Or in vice versa, if you step your left foot in front of the right foot, just step your heel closer of the toes of your right foot. Thank you very much for listening and performing with me.